This week, we continue to cover the full range of Hollywood movies and series news. We tell you about a Friday the 13th reboot, why Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland has been dropped from the show, and why the shooting of the current reality show Squid Game: The Challenge is anything but safe for the contestants. Plus, we have summarized the Oscar nominations and bring you good news on a Tron sequel as well as Violent Night 2. We hope you enjoy the news. In about a month and a half, the 95th Academy Awards, better known as the Oscars, will be held in Los Angeles. After the Golden Globes recently gave a preview of the favorites, the nominations for what is probably the most famous award in the world of film were now announced on Tuesday. Leading the Oscar nominations is the surprise hit Everything, Everywhere, All at Once with 11 nominations. It is closely followed by Martin McDonagh's The Banshees of Inisherin and the German war film All Quiet on the Western Front with 9 nominations. Close behind is Baz Luhrmann's Elvis with 8 nominations and Steven Spielberg's The Fabelmans with 7. Movies like Top Gun: Maverick, Avatar: The Way of Water, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Babylon, and Tar can also hope to win some awards. The 95th Academy Awards will take place on Sunday, March 12, 2023. Are you excited to find out who the winners are? Let us know in the comments. The team around director Tommy Wirkola scored a huge success with Violent Night. The Christmas film, which was released on December 2, 2022, is one of the more unusual representatives of its genre and even received an R rating due to explicit violence. The movie was well received by viewers, especially lead actor and Stranger Things star David Harbour's performance as the Grim Santa Claus was impressive. Unsurprisingly, as The Wrap reported this week, those responsible are working on a sequel to their Christmas hit. Director Wirkola announced that he and returning screenwriters Pat Casey and Josh Miller are already discussing the future development of the sequel. In theory, there are plenty of options to further explore the Violent Night universe. For example, the Christmas elves in the North Pole were barely given any attention. It can also be expected that David Harbour will return in front of the camera and put his fighting skills to the test in a Christmas setting once again. Whether he might be protecting another family's home next time, or whether a completely new approach will be taken, remains to be seen. However, fans of the first part should not expect a release in this pre-Christmas season because the arrangements will certainly need some more time. We do consider a release in the coming year to be realistic though. The website Bloody Disgusting reported an almost forgotten horror franchise this week. We are talking about the Friday the 13th franchise with cult character Jason Voorhees, which last received an installment in 2009. After 14 years of waiting, there is now supposed to be some activity behind the scenes. The first rumors of a new film already circulated at the end of 2022. According to the latest developments, none other than Friday the 13th creator Sean S. Cunningham is said to be responsible for the production of a reboot. He is joined by the teacher director Jeremy Weiss and screenwriter Jeff Locker. The trio is also reportedly planning other films. For example, another reboot of House from 1986 is also in the pipeline. But the best-known project to date is clearly the planned reboot of the horror classic about the man with the hockey mask. It would in fact also be the 13th movie in the series, so it would be a very special anniversary. The movie production of Friday the 13th was unable to start until comparatively late, as a major legal dispute between Sean S. Cunningham and the original author Victor Miller played out until the very end. Should the reboot not come about due to further disputes, a sequel to the content of the first part from 1980 is the backup plan of Cunningham, Weiss, and Locker. So it'll probably take some time until a possible theatrical release anyway. If you're already in the mood for a reunion with Jason Voorhees, you shouldn't miss the upcoming prequel series, which was officially confirmed recently. However, a release date has not been announced yet. 10 years after Tron Legacy, things are now heating up for the sequel, Tron Ares. As Deadline reports, negotiations for Tron 3 are well underway. The start of filming is set for August 2023, and the Norwegian Joachim Rønning is set to take over direction. He previously directed Maleficent 2, Mistress of Evil, and Pirates of the Caribbean 5, Dead Men Tell No Tales for Disney, to name just a few. In the latest project, Jared Leto is to take the lead role. It seems that Disney already got into conversation with the Hollywood star in 2017. In addition to the possible director Rønning, Jesse Wigatow is also involved as a screenwriter, according to Deadline. His biggest script happened a while back. He penned the script for 8 Mile with Eminem. It is not known yet whether Jeff Bridges, the star of Tron and Tron Legacy, will be returning. The Tron film series started back in 1982 and has always been known for its funky neon science fiction look. The sequel Tron 2 Legacy grossed over $400 million worldwide in 2010, so it was only a matter of time before the next part was tackled. We're looking forward to the next piece of news and will keep you up to date. A release date is not known at the moment, but 2025 seems reasonable should filming actually begin this fall. Netflix qualifies the accusations. When Netflix first announced a reality show in the Squid Game format some time ago, the reaction among fans was rather muted. Many wondered how exactly the lethal danger and merciless consequences from the series could be applied to real participants. An answer to this is being provided by the filming currently taking place in the UK. As Variety reports, the recording of the first episode recently took place north of London in cold winter temperatures and has already caused the first victims. According to the contestants, some were unable to finish the game, red light, green light, due to health problems caused by the extremely cold weather and the rather sparse equipment provided by Netflix. A total of 4 contestants had to seek medical treatment as either the cold affected their bodies or they sustained external injuries. Netflix officials promptly responded to the accusations, stressing that thermal underwear and gloves were provided to each participant. In addition, they denied that anyone was seriously injured. However, it was admitted that it had been very cold that day, which was probably not made any better given the filming location in a huge aircraft hangar. So far, 228 out of 456 candidates are said to have made it through the first round, which is just about half. We are looking forward to more news from the set, as the show does not seem to be too gentle with its candidates so far. By the way, there is a whopping $4.56 million up for grabs, so the competitors will be pretty ruthless, especially towards the end of the season. Sadly, there is still no information about the premiere of Squid Game: The Challenge. Rumors first surfaced as early as January 12, 2023, that Rick and Morty creator Justin Roiland would be charged with aggravated domestic violence. NBC News reported that criminal charges were filed against Roiland in May 2020. In addition to domestic abuse, there is also an accusation of false imprisonment. This is being raised by an ex-partner of Roiland, for which the 42-year-old was already arrested for a short time and later let out on bail. For Roiland's colleagues at Rick and Morty, the latest accusations come at an unfavorable time, as the production of the 7th season is already in full swing and now has to look for a new dubbing actor. Roiland was considered the most important voice actor, who, besides other work, dubbed the 2 main characters and has been in charge of the series with Dan Harmon since it started airing in 2013. It will now be all the more difficult to adequately cast the 2 animated characters. After all, a large part of the series' humor is based on the characters' quirks and voices. To what extent the production of Season 7 will be further delayed is not entirely clear, since a potential substitute seems not to have been found yet. Roiland, on the other hand, should no longer expect to have a future in the movie business. He is now also no longer a part of his founded game company Squanch Games, which recently released High on Life. His current projects, Solar Opposites and Koala Man, will also have to manage without him in the future. We will keep you posted about further developments. And that concludes the weekly news. If you'd like to see more content, then take a look at our new original about Joker, Folie à Deux. In addition, we also suggest that you watch the new Shazam! Fury of the Gods trailer. We hope you enjoyed our content. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.